A strange-looking woman emerges from the crowd. Soon she transforms into a terrifying creature with enormous wings. The strange thing is, no one in the crowd seems to see. A boy watches the approaching monster and tactically backs away. Just then, the monster leaps into the air and takes flight. The terrified boy stumbles and falls. The monster lands swiftly on top of him, ready to strike. Last drew. Suddenly, the monster looks down, feeling a sharp pain from its abdomen to find it's been pierced by the boy's sword. The next second, the monster turns into dust. The reason the boy could see the monster, hey, what's down? Is that he draws all the monsters he sees, keeping it a secret. Later, the school takes Percy and his class to a museum of the gods. A female classmate starts bullying Percy again, but a teacher nearby scolds the boy for shouting. Percy is about to argue back, but is again met with the girl's taunts. His teacher in the wheelchair can't stand it anymore and tells them to be quiet. Zash would.
When you're ready to hear what the gods have in store for you, they'll tell you.
Then, the teacher gives the boy a pin, telling him to keep it safe. Later, at lunch, the girl starts trouble with Percy again. This time, Percy decides he's had enough. He's about to teach her a lesson, when suddenly, he's pushed by an invisible force into a fountain. Percy looks on, confused. The pen his teacher gave him begins to shake violently. Then, a strange voice echoes around him. Then, what we saw at the beginning happens. The teacher turns into a giant bat-like monster, demanding to know where it is. She lunges at him. Luckily, at the critical moment, the pen his teacher gave him turns into a sword, stabbing straight into the bat monster's heart. Percy manages to survive. However, when Percy wakes up from his faint and tells his teacher what just happened, the teacher tells Percy there was never a teacher like that here. No such teacher. Because of the fountain incident, Percy is questioned by the school board. He insists he didn't push anyone, but his good friend Grover unexpectedly changes his story and starts framing Percy.
He had told me earlier in the day that he wanted to get back at Nancy for all she'd done to us. Go?
Are you saying you saw Mr. Jackson assault Miss Boba Fett?
Yes, I did.
Because the incident was so serious, the school expels Percy. When he gets home, seeing how unhappy Percy is, his mother tells him the truth about his birth. It turns out Percy is the son of his mother and a god. They're called demigods, or half-bloods. The human world isn't safe for them, because as they get older, they attract demons. Hearing his mom's words, Percy finds it hard to accept. He always thought seeing monsters meant something was wrong with his mind. Just then, Grover suddenly arrives, telling them danger is coming. Percy is shocked to see that Grover's lower half has turned into goat legs. It's an emergency, no time to explain. His mother quickly drives them away. In the car, Grover reveals his identity. Percy is amazed that his friend is actually his protector. Then Grover continues, explaining to Percy that he deliberately got him expelled from school. That way, he could escape the monsters hunting him and get Percy to Camp Half-Blood. There, he can hide from the monsters' pursuit. Just then, the Minotaur starts chasing them from behind. Its target is Percy. The next second, the Minotaur charges the car, getting its horn stuck in the steering wheel. At that moment, a large truck appears head-on. Seeing her chance, his mother grips the steering wheel and at the right moment, yanks it to the side. The Minotaur is sent flying by the truck and their car spins out of control to the roadside. Barely conscious, they see the Minotaur is after them again. It hunts its prey mainly by smell. His mother tells Percy to take off his jacket and give it to her. Then, holding the jacket, she shouts loudly to attract the Minotaur's attention. She tells Percy and the Satyr to hurry to Camp Half-Blood. Like a bullfighter, the woman holds off the Minotaur, but being the mortal, she's still too vulnerable. She's quickly caught by the Minotaur. With a light squeeze, she turns to dust. Percy watches in horror as his mother dies right in front of him. Furious, he takes out his pen, which transforms into a sword. He's going to fight the Minotaur and avenge his mother. Percy gets up and charges the Minotaur again, striking its horn with his sword. Pained, the Minotaur swings its head, knocking him back. The sword falls from Percy's hand. Thoroughly enraged, the Minotaur picks up a huge rock and throws it at Percy. At the critical moment, Percy rolls away, narrowly dodging it. The Minotaur charges with its horn, but its horn gets stuck in the ground. Percy seizes the opportunity to climb onto the Minotaur's back. Just as Percy is about to be thrown off, he uses its, parts to climb back on. Then he breaks off one of its horns and stabs it directly into its head. The next second, the Minotaur turns to dust. Percy faints. When he wakes up again, he's in Camp Half-Blood. Before him stands a centaur. As everyone knows, gods secretly come down to the mortal world, have affairs with mortals, and give birth to demigods. At a certain age, those children are brought to a mysterious, sacred valley. This place is invisible to humans and can also keep out terrifying monsters. Being a half-blood was brought to this sacred place by his sacred protector. A man who was half horse, half man slowly walks over. He is the administrator of the sacred place, Chiron. He then leads Percy to the living quarters deep in the woods. Here, there are 12 cabins built by different gods. They belong to the 12 Olympian gods. Any child claimed by a god will be placed in the corresponding house. Just then, Percy suddenly makes a suggestion. The administrator finds it difficult.
You haven't been claimed.
And the time of his claiming is uncertain. He can only wait patiently. As Percy feels sad about having nowhere to go, the administrator introduces him to special cabin, the one built by Hermes, the god of travelers. Inside live his 2 children and those half-bloods who have not yet been claimed by a god. So Percy can only be temporarily placed here. Percy seems to have become the center of attention because last night he single-handedly killed a terrifying minotaur. Luke, son of Hermes, warmly comes up to greet him. Meanwhile, the satyr goes alone to the Council of Cloven Elders to report he successfully brought Percy back to the sacred place, but he learns a shocking secret at the council. Panicked, he rushes into the administrator's orders. At the council, he will mention that Percy's mother was crushed by the minotaur and turned to dust. Normally, when a human is killed by a minotaur, they should be crushed like a banana, but Hades, the god of the underworld, can intervene just before a mortal dies. So the satyr guesses that Percy's mother is probably still alive, but the administrator isn't surprised at all because he already knew. He also tells the satyr not to tell Percy about this to avoid unnecessary trouble. Meanwhile, Percy is slowly getting used to life here. Luke is showing him around when suddenly a girl with curly hair bumps into him. Without a word, she pushes Percy to the ground. This arrogant girl is Clarisse, daughter of Ares, the god of war. She doesn't believe Percy could kill the ferocious minotaur, thinking he just made it up as an excuse to get attention. She's deliberately making trouble for Percy. Only when Luke steps in does she back off and leave. Luke doesn't understand her behavior.
Why don't we mess with you?
I know better. Luke's the strongest swordsman I can.
After hearing this, Percy understands. He decides to find his own glory. That way, he won't be afraid of being bullied by the curly-haired girl. With Luke's help, Percy goes to the archery range, trying to find his skill. But what happens next makes you glad he's alive.
Try again?
Seeing that archery is a lost cause, Luke takes Percy to the forge. When after 2 swings of the hammer, another accident happens. He nearly burned down the forge. After all that, Percy starts to lose confidence in himself.
Great god of disappointment? Maybe someone should ask him if he's missing a kid.
Oasis, but she's a goddess. And her whole thing isn't really disappointment, it's more like failure.
Luke quickly comforts Percy, telling him not to be discouraged and that he'll help him find his specialty. However, that night, the curly-haired girl and her friends find Percy again. They drag him into the bathroom and shove his head into a toilet, wanting to give him a drink of toilet water. The next second, something strange happens. The water in the toilet starts to recede rapidly. Then, a strange gurgling sound comes from the toilet. Boy single-handedly took down a ferocious minotaur, but Clarisse, daughter of Ares, the god of war, thinks the boy is lying. She and her friends drag him to the bathroom and shove his head into the toilet. They're about to make him drink some refreshing toilet water when, the next second, something strange happens. The water in the toilet rapidly recedes. Confused, 3 powerful jets of water instantly blast the 3 of them hundreds of feet away. The bathroom stall door is blown right off its hinges. Having never seen anything like it, the 3 of them get up and run for their lives. The bathroom is now a complete mess. And everything that just happened was witnessed by a girl with dark hair. She is Luke's sister, also a daughter of Hermes. Since Percy arrived at camp, she has been secretly observing him from the shadows. She wants to know if Percy can help her win the Capture the Flag game. A few days later, the game officially begins. It's divided into a red team and a blue team. The red team is a strong team led by the girl, Percy, Luke, and his sister are on the blue team. The goal is to capture the other team's flag and bring it to the river. Both sides can use their magical items, but Percy only has his pen that turns into a sword. With a signal from Chiron, the game officially begins. Luke leads the main force to the designated spot to guard the flag. The girl with dark hair takes Percy in the opposite direction. However, when they reach a clearing, she tells Percy to wait there while she puts on her magic hat, becomes invisible, and goes somewhere else. At this point, the blue and red teams are locked in a fierce battle. Aboard, Percy is resting on a log when the curly-haired girl and 2 of her teammates find him. She wants to get revenge for the bathroom incident. Without a word, she attacks. Faced with 3 opponents, Percy is quickly overwhelmed. Seeing the murderous look in her eyes, Percy knows he can't stay and fight. He turns and runs. The 3 of them quickly chase after him. Percy is soon cornered by a river. With nowhere to run, Percy has no choice but to face them head on. But just then, Percy, who was losing, suddenly becomes an exceptional fighter. Even the daughter of Ares, the curly-haired girl, is no match for him. During the fight, Percy grants her spear. He breaks the curly-haired girl's spear and yells, charges forward to teach Percy a lesson when suddenly the horn sounds, signaling the end of the game. The blue team arrives with the red team's flag, who at the river successfully win the game. Seeing this, the curly-haired girl has no choice but to back off and leave for now. Amidst the jeers, the girl with dark hair takes off her magic hat and reappears.
Here the whole time? Yes. You were here the whole time and you didn't help me?
It turns out this was all her plan. She deliberately used Percy to lure away the curly-haired girl, thus weakening the red team's strength and winning the game. Seeing Percy's wounds, she pushes him into the river.
What's wrong with you?
Next second, something strange happens. The moment Percy's wounds touch the water, they heal rapidly. In an instant, a sentinel appears above Percy's head. Ah, Poseidon's trident. You've been claimed. Percy Jackson, son of the sea god, son of the sea god, son of the sea god. When posed the son of the sea god, 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 son of the sea god.